All right. Welcome back to Revival, episode 13.
Unlucky 13. It's all gonna end here. This is where it goes south.
I can't believe John's fucking dead.
Unfortunately, we aren't playing on a Friday, so I can't do my special seasonal horror themed session. You know, like how when it's Christmas, I'm gonna have fucking Santa show up?
Yeah.
Except Santa has a gun.
Yeah, we don't do Christmas the normal way over here.
He's making a list, and he's gonna find out.
He's gonna find out. He's gonna find out.
He's gonna find out.
Please stop this.
What level is Santa? Like, what's his challenge rating?
I don't like this.
I guarantee you someone has statted out Santa in every edition of D&D.
I don't doubt it,
Santa
actually.
is statted out.
I feel like if you end up fighting Santa in your D&D games, something has gone wrong and invite me to your session.
Something has gone wrong or something has gone incredibly right.
Yeah. So, anyway, when we last left our heroes, you guys violated every single OSHA safety regulation on the book.
We got it working.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, and much like real occupational hazard laws, that's really what matters.
Please do not attempt to turn on a radio station with your bare hands, kids. Don't try this at home.
Don't try this at home, kids. So,
Cough.
so you guys get back onto the train probably, bit rougher.
Some of us a little bit more singed.
Yeah. Elias probably just looks great though.
Yeah, I'm having a great old time. I got some cool
Haha.
bands, punched a guy. I mean, today was fun.
It's
not even over yet.
Yeah, it's just starting actually.
This is before breakfast.
Yes.
Burns. It burns, and I feel like I've got a hangover.
Yeah, you guys go get breakfast. Looks like Molly made up some biscuits and gravy and such, like the really, really hearty type. Presumably because you guys, you know, a little something extra special because you guys fucked up so hard.
I didn't fuck up.
Define fucked
thank
up.
you.
I mean,
I'm gonna
refer to previous episode.
I'm gonna go ahead and give Jerry a poultice sack of Burn Be Gone.
You're going to run out of these names eventually.
I literally want. Here's another one: abrasion reduction.
Oh, that one just
That
sucks.
was a little bit of a stretch. You know what?
Abrasion
I think
evasion. You hack.
Now he's got another one.
Oh shit, we're getting...
Shit.
Now the DM is, like, actively antagonistic.
Why didn't I think of
When
that?
was I ever not? Why didn't you think of that? Huh?
It's a very good question.
What do you think I'm paying you for?
Let me write some down.
Okay, I'm gonna dig into this fucking plate of biscuits and gravy. And
Hell yeah.
Becky can have some too.
Yeah, he'll take some, very disconcertingly. Just
Yeah, I
kind of,
assume Specky...
he just kind of grabs it and just absorbs it. No, he just absorbs it through the tendril. Just kind of turns the tendril into a little pouch and just kind of envelops it.
That's cool.
You hear some sounds.
Some nightmare noises.
Yeah, so some.
I go to grab the fork, and I'm like really wary about it.
You grab the fork, you get a little bit of a static electricity discharge on it. From across the table, Belle is snickering very openly.
I look over.
She looks up at the ceiling and starts whistling.
I admittedly have nothing witty to say about this, so I'm just gonna nod.
Jerry just got electrocuted and punched in the damn chest. He's not having a good morning.
Jerry's a trooper. Is somebody having a bad day? Unfortunately, there is no post-apocalyptic McDonald's for you to go get. To cheer yourself up, kid.
Post-apocalyptic toothpaste and roast.
Oh, Jesus.
Somebody's
Make
got
yourself a
case of
tooth
the
beef
Monday.
sandwich.
It probably is a Monday. Considering how bad it is. Yeah. So, you guys start eating, making some idle chit-chat. Casey asks what the fuck you guys were doing. probably just regale him with the story. He thinks it was cool.
I mean, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Molly is
I
sitting
had
there
some
just
berries.
with silent rage. She's kind of like, just running off into the damn void, dying. Finishes her plate, just kind of throws it down, like slams it down a little bit, gets up, walks to the controls, and then without telling anybody that it's gonna start up, she just kind of starts the train, and you guys jerk forward. And you're off.
Hooray.
And we're off.
Fantastic.
So,
Train noises.
yeah. The rest of your travels there, it's gonna take, like 6-7 hours maybe, right?
That's not too bad.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, anything that you wanna do, you probably bring that way back some more food.
Yeah, is he still just like chilling
He's
back
still
there?
just in the car.
I
Oh,
assume
probably
he's
stinks.
in the fetal position, rocking back and forth.
Yeah.
I think he signed up for more than he could more than he could deal with.
Can we get this man out of this car at some point? Can't possibly be healthy for him to still be in there.
Oh, I mean, I feel like I'll bring him some, like a bucket of water, get him cleaned up there.
Show him your cool cat.
Yeah. I'll have Spicky tap on the glass.
Alright, you go over, you bring him some food. He was vaguely, he was aware of the thing, right?
Yeah.
He just reaches out his hand, grabs the stuff, looks down at the cat, looks back up at you.
Give him a little wave.
This is all very nice and good and all. How much longer until we get there?
How long was that again, John? Something 6, 7, 8 hours? Something
7
like that.
hours.
It'll
but-
be this afternoon.
You said sometime this afternoon or this evening.
Oh, you heard the man. I've got some cool berries to dissect and sort of sample. And well, you get the
That's, yeah, that's all nice, Elias. I'll be more in my element once we get to the congregation. I have a lot of questions for them, but I don't have a lot of questions for these people.
idea.
Understandably.
You should really check it out. I've got this cool kind of cat fungus thing. I call him Specky. I don't know if you met him yet.
Hello there, Specky.
Oh, no, Specky, I assume, extends a tendril.
Yeah. He taps a finger on it. Oh. Cute. Kind of.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he's,
I'm gonna go back to hiding in this car.
I mean, you have fun with that, I suppose. I'm gonna go back to the to my lab.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Right.
I guess I'll let you know when we get there, or someone will.
Please do. It rolls back up the window.
Hey, John.
What's up?
You got time to do a quick interview? We're gonna be rolling into this congregation. I want to get some backstory on this guy. I think you mentioned Lazarus was his name?
Yeah, and
Okay.
Red. And Red mentioned his name as well. He told you to say hi to him. If you
Yeah, and
remember.
Red mentioned him too. Can you just tell me anything? Just talk about. Like, give the viewers at home his backstory to the best of your ability. Oh yeah, by the way, if you can lean up against the car there, tip your hat down a little. Yeah, right there. Great.
I'm not doing anything.
He's just standing there.
I'm a little
Does
puzzled.
not listen.
Give him like a glass with like plastic ice cubes and like apple juice so it can look like it, but it can stay there for the entire time. So for the audience, it looks like it's just a normal glass full of some sweet drink. You gotta set the scene. Gotta get the mood.
Look, John, just look as cool as you possibly can. All right, Zep, just get that there, and
Yeah.
John, whenever you're ready.
I look straight in the camera, tip my hat. Howdy, y'all. Name's John. And then I look back at Ro, and well, Granddaddy Lazarus has been in charge of the congregation about as long as I can remember. Ro was a real good guy. He always preaches you got to talk to your enemy first. Try to solve your problems with words, not violence.
Solving problems with words, not. Are those like the words that you always say before you do violent things?
I mean, A lot of times we've been out here, people have been shooting at me.
This is true.
I ain't shy about shooting at people, but if they were open to talking, we would have talked. You know, I'm sure those fine folks back at that down train cart would have had some nice conversation. Unfortunately, they shot at us.
Yeah, the whole being connected to that golem might not have been the best part there, but just keep going.
Alright. So, yeah, I mean, that's Granddaddy Lazarus. He's a pretty good guy. Is there anything particular you wanted to know?
What would he know about Michael?
Michael was part of the congregation. As far as I remember, he was a little odd, but a pretty alright guy. He might have some more information. I don't know what's happened since I left.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've left. And as you do remember, one of the last things that he told you, you know, like as you're going out with all of your style and stuff, he wasn't entirely fond of your plan, right? Like what you were saying that you were gonna go out to go do. But he wasn't gonna like stop you, but he wasn't entirely on board with the go out, dispense justice, be a Lone Ranger cowboy sort of thing.
But I'm not going to tell these guys that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell him we left on bad terms. He was disappointed in me.
Yeah. So, you guys do your interview and all of that, right? And time goes by. Really not much happens other than seeing, you know, some nice scenery of the plains and the occasional small suburb that you pull through. But for the most part, I don't know for any of the viewers who have ever been through mid-America, it's very flat. There's some trees. That's about it. Like, as far as interesting things go, you got, you know, your occasional break from the monotony as you need to switch tracks to get around a stalled out car or get a call from a train crew nearby that they're, you know, swinging on through and sort of, you know, wait or transfer tracks so you don't run into each other, that sort of thing. But it's quiet. Like, as far as things go, this is one of the least traveled sections of track for these guys in general, because there's not that much out here that people are doing, right?
Is it? Oh God, what is it? Is it the bread belt or is that further west? I don't know.
Yeah, you know, you've got a couple of, like when you're going through Missouri, it's you got some nice wooded scenery and all of that, and those things. But once you get into like Arkansas proper, it's more of just a sit along, sit along for the ride. So, do you guys have anything that you would like to do before we start pulling up towards that area?
There's one thing I want to check with. I'm gonna notice that Jerry's still got a little bit of charge on him, a little unnatural magical charge. So I'm going to kind of look at it. I'm going to think, all right, Jerry, let me see your wrist right here. Let me see that whip. Let me see this. I'm going to kind of rig up a little something to when he's able to whip, he can kind of like flick his wrist. If he flicks it in this kind of way.
Oh, you're doing your
expend. Yep, doing the +2 on attack bonus.
You're doing your artificer shit. I like it.
Yep. So that if he wants, next time he hits something with it, he can kind of flick his wrist in this way. It'll like snap a thing. It'll discharge that extra little bit of energy still with him.
Nice.
So you can get a +2 as a free action.
Nice.
Sweet.
So I want to do something. I
Sure.
want to go and bug Bell, see if I can get that explosive potion.
Ooh.
The concussive concoction.
Sure. But I want hers, because it sounds much more exciting.
Alrighty. So you go on over to the lab, right, where Elias is presumably still doing furious amounts of research.
Yes.
Yes.
She's you know, over a little cauldron, kind of cramped now.
The line has moved. Pray I do not move it any further.
So, yeah, I walk over on the Bell's side, sit down by the cauldron. How's it going, Bell?
Hello, John. What
you got going on there?
Well, I'm working on a bit more of that that growth potion we gave to the big fungus golem fellow.
I assume
Interesting.
Specky
Seemed like
is
you really liked
eyeing
that
that
stuff. Listen.
cauldron.
I was wondering if you had any more of that explosive stuff that you and Elias were looking at earlier.
The explosive stuff? Wait, which ones do you mean?
You guys were looking at something. And you guys were talking about how it might explode real big or real little.
Oh. Yeah, those.
You still got some?
I mean, yeah, but they're... I don't really like... They're kind of failed, you know?
You really gotta define failed for me. Could I have one?
Sure, here. And she's gonna hand that on over to you. It's a small potion with a reddish liquid with some, cloudy debris kind of floating in a little spiral pattern, right? So, we'll just call this, we'll just say that you got one straight up, Let me actually figure out what I want to make this thing. For stat purposes, it's just some straight up alchemist fire.
Okay.
Just an alchemist fire potion. Right?
Alright. I'll also make my return to the congregation real exciting. Thanks, bro.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes. And then I walk out of the room.
Turns to Elias. Elias?
It's fine.
Elias, are you sure that he's from the? Are you sure he's from the congregation and not somebody trying to kill all of them?
Maybe. Congregations are transient concepts.
Okay.
You just kind of assume she's still talking about the line.
She's just gonna start going back to stirring the potion. She goes, "It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. Potions kill people. People kill people. Potions don't kill people." Yeah.
Have I started to stabilize now? I'm back to being functional? Okay. I'm gonna go back up to the front cabin and talk to Casey because I really want to warn him about Jersey Devil.
Oh, okay.
Just in case he doesn't know already. And see if he does.
Sure.
So,
yeah.
Walk into the cabin.
Yeah, Casey's not driving. He's sitting passenger seat. Molly is driving. She still looks very angry. Casey, as you walk forward, Casey is kind of doing the whole, come on, don't be mad, I'll buy you some, get you some of those chocolates you really like, some flowers, come on. But he's being very, dismissive about the whole thing.
Facetious.
Yeah, facetious.
Hey, Casey, do you got a minute?
Yeah, sure. What's up, man?
So, you might be aware of this, but just in case you're not, Jersey Devil's still rolling around, right?
Yeah, DB told me about that. Shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go find him. I don't know where we thought he was fucking dead, man.
Well, I've got some news about him, if you'd like to hear.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure, lay it on me.
You know that elf we told you about, rather? Sorry. Michael was his name?
I got it, man. You sure you're okay? Your head's not a little bit fried still?
No, I'm all back together. We went down to a little security camera footage down over at some biotech facility back in New York. And we saw Michael take out some people, and in his entourage was Jersey Devil.
Wait, shit, really? That guy?
Yeah.
Holy.
DB's description of Jersey Devil and the tiefling I saw, the exact same person.
Alright, yeah, and the fucking, oh, Jesus. Fuck. You said you guys are hunting this guy down, right?
Yes, we are, and
Alright.
Michael is also on his own little hunt, not just for Red, but for anyone he would consider a sinner.
I have an objection to this theory that this is the same person, because if anything that I've heard when we've ever gone down to Little Rock is true, then Jersey fits that description to a damn T.
Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me either, but...
Like, wouldn't... If he's going around killing sinners, then Jersey would have been dead a long time ago.
Well, what I know about, like, evangelicals and being born again...
What do you know about it? AKA not much.
Well, that's just the most puzzling thing to me, Casey. I don't know why he's rolling around with him, but the descriptions match up. I mean...
Shit, man. Okay. Roll.
Who do we know in the party that has religious knowledge?
Yeah. Roll.
Well...
If you find him, man, like, tell him Casey says hi. Tell him to come on back, man. We miss him.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell he's doing rolling around with that guy. Like, maybe he's holding him fucking prisoner, dude. If he's holding him prisoner, you gotta go find him.
Yeah,
shit, I don't leave a man behind.
You know, he was taking prisoners, but he didn't look like he was forcing Jersey to do anything. Yeah, he took an orc, didn't he? But he killed the other two that he took?
Yeah.
He took a dwarf, an elf, and an orc, and he killed the dwarf and the elf. And
those were the bodies that you saw floating down the river.
Yeah.
So he did take an orc prisoner.
Well, I mean, if you remember that, is that something that Jerry would have paid attention to?
I mean, probably.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
He's a reporter. Like, that's his job.
Yeah, he'd know that stuff.
Shit,
so,
man.
John walks into the room.
So...
You know, Raoul, there are more ways to take a prisoner than with them with force. It's possible something Michael said to him. It's possible something there, really twisted his brain. You know, there's a lot of manipulative people out there in the world.
So Molly's gonna turn her head back. What, you guys in the business of brainwashing people too?
No, I ain't. No, I can tell you for a fact Lazarus ain't, but some people are. They ain't good people though. I don't know some of them. Had to put a couple out of their misery.
Fuck, man.
Some people like that can be saved, and some people can't though.
Oh, yeah. John, pro-congregation member indoctrinates the masses. I like it.
If that's what's happening, it's possible we can bring Jersey Devil back.
I mean, look, I'm gonna level with you guys. She kind of turns away from the controls. Jersey was an asshole. Sorry, Casey. Jersey was an asshole. He would jump off the handle at the slightest provocation. Him and Casey would feed into each other, keep doing more and more crazy shit. But at the end of the day, he was still my friend, man. Like, if you can find him, it'd mean a lot to me.
Well, the reason I wanted to come up here is just make sure he doesn't find you first and be very cautious.
She's gonna... Don't worry, if he comes for me, trying to kill me, nah, that ain't happening.
It's not so much himself, but...
I've got a 40mm grenade that says it isn't happening. Okay?
Well, I trust you. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up.
Yeah. Thanks.
That's all I want to do.
Alright. So, as you guys start pulling up, closer, right? There's a very large, switching station, a very large train station right outside of the city proper, right? You guys are gonna pull up there and then stop, like right in the middle of a random section. And you're gonna stop. Casey's gonna come over to you guys, wherever you're sitting, and go, do you mind if we let you guys off here? I know we said we would take you to Little Rock, but I really don't want to get another damn lecture.
Well, hold on.
It takes forever. They're so nice. Oh, just come in and have coffee. I'll just have a little chat. What are you doing out there? Oh, well, you probably shouldn't be doing that. Here, let me open up this book and tell you exactly. No, I don't want to do it again. If you really want, we could take you the extra, half a mile into the station proper, but
it's not like a dead zone anymore, right?
No.
It's just kind of thin.
As long as we get there before sundown, I do appreciate the wreck, Casey.
Yeah. Honestly, you guys are great. Like, you're welcome back anytime, and I'll tell any of the other guys around. If you ever need help from us, just give us a call, man.
Oh, you stay safe. You stop doing all that crazy stuff.
Yeah. Oh God.
Do we know the frequency to reach them at on our walkie-talkie that we have?
What?
I believe. Well, we have a frequency for like way back there. There was like radio stations that they were using.
Yeah, and also the general thing is that you can pick up on their signals as you get in. You would know how to find them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or rather, Giron would know where to find them and everything. I probably shouldn't just say you when I can't see your fucking faces. So, anyway, train stops, right? Here, Molly, Belle, and Tony will help you guys get the car out of that crate. And I know your friend thinks that we didn't notice that he was in there, but we noticed that he was in there.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with that guy.
I think he's just scared of us. And Casey raises his voice a little bit louder as he's getting closer to the car, and rightfully so, because he knows what we do to stowaways. He kind of cracks a smile back at you guys. No, I'm just kidding. But don't let him know that. It's funnier this way. Anyway, we'll help you out of there. So, it was nice riding with you guys, honestly.
I mean,
it was nice. It was a nice trip, Casey. You're a real character.
Thank you. Yeah, we got some business down here, and in the general area, but we're gonna be doing it a bit later tonight and a bit more secretively. Don't worry, John. We're not messing with any of your stuff around here. We're just meeting up with some guys who are getting us some stuff that happen to be down here. Alright,
well,
we cool?
Yeah, we're cool.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, you guys walk off the train. So, the thing that you notice immediately, you still have the masks on, but it doesn't feel that bad around here. Like, at all. And, Elias, you look around and there's just all of these forests and trees, like the small forested areas between the roads and things, are just chocked full to the brim of mana-producing herbs and plants and trees and shit. And you can actually, it looks like people have been tending to them pretty well. Like, they haven't
samples.
just been... Yeah,
Taking
you walk
samples.
over them. Yeah, it looks like people have been tending to them and not just, letting them grow wherever.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just gonna crouch down, take like a tiny pair of scissors, just cut the thing in half and put it in your pocket? You psycho.
I mean, it's not like that autistic, but
Yeah.
I have little vials.
It's not
and
like people
shit.
need this to live out here.
I'm not taking the whole.
You're
I'm
just
not
gonna take-
uprooting the whole plant.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm taking
So-
clippings.
So while Elias is off doing that, the car is being unloaded off of the, yeah. He's very visible, but seems to think that he isn't.
He's hiding.
Yeah. That all gets, unloaded. Tony looks very groggy and out of it, looks over at John, kinda gives him a very not subtle wink, and then, looks left, looks right, points at your arm, gives a thumbs up.
Give him the okay.
He does a little mini fist pump,
Hell yeah.
and him and Molly walk over to you guys. Tony goes, "All right, so shit. You guys should be good to go. Driving on the train track should be fine until you get into the station itself. Then it should be easier to transfer over and shit. Though they should probably just give you a pretty big open welcome with your friend John here, right?
I can't imagine we'll have any problems now.
Yeah. All right. So he goes in for a handshake from John, and then from everybody else. Stay safe out there, guys.
You do.
Enjoy that laudanum.
Oh, that was you?
How did it feel?
Fucking great.
It was, after all, 80%.
What was the other 20%?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go back to cutting herbs. Just looks up. What was the other 20%? I don't know. Go back to cutting herbs.
All right. So Molly looks over at you guys. Car's set up on one of the tracks there. goes over, you guys, don't get yourselves killed out there. Call from time to time.
Well, I got no plans to meet my end out here.
Yeah, nobody ever does. So, have a nice one.
Jesus.
You keep Casey safe.
You too.
Will do. So, what do you guys do? Pile into the car?
Yeah, I assume it's smelly.
Yeah,
It stinks. It has that man way stink.
yeah,
Man
it doesn't
way
smell
strong.
great. Like, from the looks of things, it looks like he did sneak out to, like, go to their bathroom and everything.
Thank God.
And the sleeper cabin you guys were in did have, a bathroom and shit.
Yeah.
So he snuck out for that, but very, very, very stealthily. So it's
good. So there's no piss jugs.
There are not.
He didn't just
So-
poop in the corner.
He did not. Please.
Okay.
No. But so he gets back in the driver's seat. You guys pile on in. You see Casey waving at you guys from the driver's seat of the train as you start to pull off.
Yeah, I'll wave back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that little hand thing where you put your hand up and you pump it down like to honk the horn.
Oh boy.
He points at you and he pulls he just mashes the horn. And then you then see him get ripped away from the seat very quickly by a large
getting into
orcish
trouble.
arm.
No, it's funny.
Like a damn vaudeville performer getting the cane. You just hear burp, and you vaguely hear "you fucking idiot" as you drive away.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
So you guys drive on through, and this place is pristine, comparatively speaking. Buildings have been cleaned up. Like there's very little overgrowth on anything.
Mhm.
Right, as you're driving through, and you see, just very nice, neat little gardens and bushes spread out in front of like the old suburban houses. You do see people milling about, right,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
in the suburbs as you come across through the station. Right, you're still driving on the tracks. You go over a small bridge across the Arkansas River, where you see a couple of small boats just milling around near one of the docks with a couple of people in them, until you pull up to Little Rock Station proper, where you can actually hop off of the tracks and onto some tarmac, like onto some actual road, right?
Alright.
Ooh, actual road.
Yeah. You pull up, and right in front of the station, you actually, as you're driving down, standing right in front of the station, John sees, oh hey look, it's Lazarus.
Oh.
He's just driving right by though, like Manway doesn't know, so he's just driving.
Hey, Lazarus, pull over right here. Stop the
You
car.
mean Manway?
Whatever. Yeah, I see.
Manway,
Lazarus,
pull
is what I'm
over.
trying to say.
Yeah. You stop the car. Lazarus
So-
is... So, to describe Lazarus is an old orc of a man. And by man, I mean orc. He's
An
got...
old orc of an orc.
He's got a... at this point, he's got a fairly long white beard with some streaks of gray, not the other way around. It's pretty neatly combed back around. He's wearing a large hat, like a large wide-brimmed hat, and a short-sleeved, just a short-sleeved t-shirt, right? Wearing some pants with some suspenders, some nice leather suspenders. He's got a cane in front of him.
A cane? Like a walking cane?
Yeah.
Or like a shepherd cane?
Like a walking cane, but it's pretty big. It doesn't look like his back is bad or anything. He's standing upright. He looks very fit. But he just starts walking over towards you guys, where your car is parked.
Oh, so he sees us already?
Yeah.
Darn. Okay.
Almost like he was waiting for you or something.
Alright.
He looks like freaking Lily Bowen, the New Vegas character. The super mutant that had, like, the hat.
What? No. Doesn't look like that.
No?
The way he was describing with the wide-brimmed hat and the suspenders. It made me think of her.
Oh. That's
The one that
terrible.
thought she was like a grandma.
And like
Alright.
at the back of our entourage here, folks, this is going to be our first meeting with the head of the congregation, Lazarus.
So I'm already out of the car and I'm already jogging towards
Yeah, yeah.
Granddaddy Lazarus.
So, you just walk out and... What do you say? Do you say anything, or are you just walking towards him, or you running towards him? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna slight jog. Like, Lazarus, Granddaddy Lazarus, hey!
He's gonna look up, open his arms, go in for a big hug, kind of grab your head, take your hat off, rustle your hair a little bit. It's like, how's my favorite grandson doing?
Oh, it's good to be home.
Well, now, mind introducing me to your friends here?
Oh yeah, sure. So, that one in the mask over there, that real weird looking one, that one's Dr. Patton.
Mm-hmm.
We got that elf. Is Elias with us?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I was wondering if you'd already run off to go cut plants.
Rude, but no.
Rude, but
Not
plausible.
But plausible.
Okay.
Yeah.
That elf over there, that one's Elias. He's a doctor.
Oh,
And then
doctor.
we got that tiefling right there. Fuck, I almost called you Raul. That's Duran. You can call him Jerry. He's got a whole.
Oh,
show
I'm
that's
aware
really
who
interesting.
he is.
Oh, you know Jerry already?
Well, yeah. Heard the show.
Sounds like it's pretty great.
When I heard that my grandson was famous, I had to check it out a little bit at least.
Man, I can't believe I'm on TV.
Well, we just get you on the radio around here.
How do I sound?
About like you do right now.
I love old timey orcs.
Anyway.
That wasn't out loud by Elias, by the way.
Aw. Oh, well. I assume there's like a
Yeah.
main building.
Yeah. So, the main building, actually, is the remnants of the old State House Convention Center.
Can we get a picture of that?
Yeah, sure. So, right around here,
I kind of want to see what it looks like.
that's one of the main buildings where people are.
State House Convention Center. Wow, that's big.
That is a dirty river.
I assume the river's cleaner now.
That's basically the main meeting place, right? But then you also have, like, that's the main town hall, basically. But the main, there's a couple of main churches and all of that are more where he actually, operates from.
Right.
Yeah, so John, with just the biggest, happiest grin on his face the entire time, he's giving
Yeah.
him the full tour.
Yeah. So Lazarus is going to walk on over to you guys to your car. I was planning on giving y'all a ride, but think you mind doing me the favor instead?
Do we have enough room for him?
Maybe. Actually, yeah, you do.
Man, this car is great, Granddad Lazarus. The seats swivel. Check it out.
Really now. And heard you got this one from Red, didn't you?
Oh yeah, Red said to say hi, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Hi, does he say? That's all he's got for me after all the time? Alright. I can live with that.
Alright, can I roll an insight on that?
Sure.
Try and see if there's some obvious, obvious tension there. I can see if I can notice anything a little bit.
Sure.
I rolled a 6 plus 5, 11.
On that roll, gee, it sounds like he doesn't like Red that much. Like, maybe.
Boy, howdy.
Just maybe. So,
Can I also roll insight on that? Just because
Sure.
that sounds really curious to me as well. Alright, so I don't think I have shit for a bonus to insight. No.
You probably should.
You should.
Well, it's too bad. That's also an 11.
gee, it sounds like he doesn't like Red that much.
Me and Jerry look at each other and nod in agreement.
We both go, at the same time. So, John, it sounds like there's some history here. Do you want to tell us anything about, like, your granddaddy in red?
Oh, there'll be time enough for that later. Come on, come check out this church.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Just driving around in the car with Manway looking at all these things.
Yeah, Manway, by the way, driving he looks, like, dumbstruck. Looking at it, he's kind of muttering things to himself, like, I don't know how this, oh man, like, how do they set all this up? How is this all so perfectly maintained? The amount of mana here doesn't line up with what I thought there should be and he's just muttering to himself.
Yeah, for my part, can I roll nature to see?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if the plants, and since I got a little bit of time here, I want to see if they're giving off a typical kind of mana, or if it seems like to be a weird, different kind.
Sure, go for it.
Thinking. Nat 20.
Nat 20?
Nat 20.
They are entirely normal mana-producing plants.
Interesting. Just
however,
there's nothing weird about them?
There's nothing weird about the plants themselves at all. Just, there's a lot of them. The only thing that you would say is weird about the mana around here, right?
Yeah.
If you're looking at the plants and the mana, is, like, this amount probably shouldn't be able to make this level of mana, and also this amount shouldn't be able to make this level of mana contained here. Like, you're surprised that this hasn't spread further.
So it seems like it's almost like there's a barrier or some kind of, like, bubble.
Something keeping it in.
All right, that's interesting. Because and I've never encountered anything like that before, right? Normally, mana spreads out like kind of like a blob, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not
that's
like physically encased in something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess where am I sitting in relation to Manway?
Where are you sitting in relation to Manway?
I mean, I guess if he's driving, I would have called shotgun.
Probably.
Yeah. So
all the rest of us are in the back here with Lazarus and that.
Lazarus is in a swivel seat.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna start muttering to myself as well.
But about plants and shit. The elves are thoroughly amused by themselves. Yeah, you're driving along the one of the main streets there. You know, people. There's just people walking around. Everybody seems to be dressed in fairly like casual, pretty reserved clothing. Just a lot of plain shirts, slacks, and you're seeing a pretty wide mix of peoples. But if you would imagine the mix of people in New York, where it's fairly heavily skewed towards like elves and things like that, this is fairly heavily skewed towards orcs and minotaurs and things of that nature. The more hardier races. You still see plenty of like elves and dwarves, but they're a bit more scarce than they were in New York.
Okay.
Also, as you're driving around, people do notice Lazarus and wave at you guys with nice big bright smiles.
Yeah, I can't imagine driving a car through town is an everyday occurrence.
It's not, but people aren't entirely unfamiliar with it. Like, Lazarus did have a car set up for you guys at the station, but just, whoever was going to drive you guys just took that back. It's probably following you.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, he's just sitting there. So, I've heard a little bit about what y'all are doing, but what exactly brings you down here? I wasn't expecting, honestly, I can't say I was expecting John to come back for a long time. Well, not after that tongue lashing I gave him before I left.
Well, I wasn't really planning on coming back quite yet, but sounds like Michael's up to something. We're trying to find him.
Michael, huh? Oh yeah, that's right. It was after you left.
Something happened to him?
Yeah. Well, he'd always been a bit of a rogue element. Always. interrupting sermons to talk about whatever he was talking about. But he finally said, "Well, the hell with you, old man." Yeah, took off with his little cronies and his crew and went on off to Lord knows where.
That's just staying right.
Last I heard, he said something about he was going to show me and he was going to bring me the devil's head on a stake. I'm
Sounds
assuming
like he's going after Red.
he's going after Red.
Well, we're trying to find him. We're trying to stop him from doing anything else before he can really hurt someone.
I think he already has hurt some people pretty
More
bad,
people,
but
I mean.
right.
Now, Lazarus,
Yes.
when
sir?
when we mentioned that Red said hi, he sounded pretty now forgive me for assuming things, but he sounded pretty dejected there. Is there a history between you and Red?
Ain't no secret. Ain't no love lost between me and him. But people's responses to falling outs and disagreements and evil, well, a bit different from person to person.
Well,
Michael was the sort of person to see what Red's done and what's been going on and what I've done and want to do something about it. Want to take action. Take matters into his own hands.
Zep, this sounds big. Can you go into more detail about what he's done exactly?
We'll save that for that sermon. Y'all are guests. I got a little bit of a story to tell y'all. And I think it'll do people around here a lot of good to hear it again. Haven't told it in quite a while.
I just have the widest smile on my face right now.
We're going to midnight mass.
Basically. But not like tonight, you know. Just
And
probably in the morning.
Granddad Lazarus, everything you say around Jerry over there is going to record it.
I'm aware, but
Your sermon's probably going to end up on TV.
I'm a bit conflicted about that. On the one hand, getting the message out there is all well and good and all. But on the other hand, I don't want it to be no cheap entertainment. You understand me?
I can't imagine spreading the word of the Lord is going to be cheap.
Right. You're right about that. I suppose that's a bit of my pride talking there. Apologize. So, we're heading on over to the town square, right? Just get y'all set up for the night. Get you some good food. Yes, sir?
Sorry to interrupt there.
Yes, Elias.
Yes, I do believe I introduced myself. I would like to ask whether or not the grounds under your care, I suppose it would be, are, whether you would be opposed to sort of biological survey, maybe ask a few questions, take a few samples, nothing too invasive, simple scientific
Not at
stuff.
all. Not at all, boy. Not at all.
Oh,
It's
excellent.
entirely fine.
Yes. Just to make sure, I've got a Specky's, of course, on my shoulder. I hope
Yes.
they don't think it's too weird, but
Mhm.
I don't want to cause any undue alarm. I've got my sort of I guess you could call him my assistant here. I call him Specky. Just to not to cause any undue alarm while I'm taking samples.
Trust me, boy. We've seen weirder things.
Well, as long as it's all right with you, Mr. Lazarus, then I suppose I won't cause any undue trouble.
You don't need to add the mister. You could add a reverend if you'd like.
Yes, well, I suppose you could add a doctor to the front of my name as well.
Oh, deepest apologies, Dr. Elias, then.
Oh, thank you very much, Reverend Lazarus.
Thank you. So, as you guys are driving around, he's really not saying much about the town or bragging, just kind of driving around pointing out
things.
Yeah, pointing out a little community garden that they got set up, just talking about, oh, hey, that's, that's so-and-so, they just had a daughter recently, like his wife just had a daughter recently, hope they're doing well, that sort of thing. And you guys pull up in front of this large building here. Hang on, let me just get it. Yeah, in front of the State House Convention Center, with the words on the front, right, have been replaced. Right, the signage built into the rock. You see a large banner that's just Congregation Communal Meeting Hall.
Okay, so as we're walking up to the building, I take out that vial of stuff that I had, and I have just a very small amount of it in a separate jar. I don't know. I take the syringe out of me and fill it with a very small amount of the explosive liquid.
Has that syringe been sitting there this whole time?
I mean, I didn't explicitly say I removed it.
Wait, what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to throw it up in the air, I'm going to quick draw my revolver, I'm going to shoot it.
Alright, nice. So, it explodes in a big old burst of pyrotechnical, fireworksy magic.
And as soon as I stop being entirely deaf, I go, "Yeehaw! It's good to be home!"
And Lazarus just turns around slowly, walks up to you. John, boy, people is trying to sleep in there,
I'm sorry, Granddad Lazarus. I'm just so excited to be back.
I understand, boy, but... And he kind of grabs your head, ruffles your hair a bit. Also, he is large, by the way. He is taller than John. He is the tallest person in this area by far. Like, dude is a mountain. Yeah.
A mountain of an orc.
Like, he is large, and he is still very muscular and very built. So he just kind of ruffles your head more. It's just, maybe if I rub a bit harder, those words I gave you before I left will sink in. About causing trouble for people? Kind of pushes you playfully away a bit, cracks a smile. Come on in.
It's so weird to see someone treating John like John treats
right?
everyone else that's smaller than him.
He's a large.
So you guys walk in, and the entire place pretty much has been gutted. Even to the point of walls being knocked down, and you just see row upon row of tables and chairs. What's clear to John as a large church gathering point, less to be a meeting hall sort of thing, less of a religious sort of thing, and more of a occasional sermon there, and then mostly town functions and discussion. As you walk in, though, you're greeted by someone running into Lazarus face first, a young elf lady. She's wearing glasses and a button-up blouse, and just bumps into Lazarus, falls over. What was that noise? Is everybody okay? Are we under attack?
Everyone's fine. And I have just the biggest grin on my face.
Looks up at Lazarus, looks over at you. Wait, John's back? So, you recognize this person immediately as Elizabeth. She's in charge of running a lot of the town meetings and organizing shit around here, right? She has sort of dirty blonde hair that she has tied back in a ponytail, some librarian glasses, fairly short, about 5'2".
I hate to be the racist here, but what race is she?
Elven.
Oh, Elven, okay.
Yeah.
Did you say that? Sorry, I didn't hear.
Yeah, readjust the glasses, pats off Lazarus. Oh, I'm so sorry. What was that noise just now?
That was nothing. How you doing, Liz?
Doing just fine. She kind of turns over to Lazarus, whispers at him a little bit. He just doesn't even attempt, just goes, "Oh yeah, he came back with his friends. Something about hunting down Michael." Her eyes kind of go wide as she runs over to John. What are you doing? Are you insane?
What do you mean?
Oh shit, yeah, you left before then. No,
Yeah,
Michael went
I
off the
left
fucking
before
deep
whatever you guys
end.
are talking about.
Michael went off the deep end.
It looks like it.
Did she just say a swear?
Yes. And, like, at that, she's actually going to kind of, like, wince a little bit, but, like, Michael went completely off the deep end. Last we heard, he was out killing people and stuff.
Yeah, we gotta stop him. I'm gonna try to bring him back if I can, but he don't look right.
Yeah, but he's dangerous.
I know. That's why we gotta stop him. He's hurting people.
Kind of looks over at you, just, alright. So, these are all your new friends then?
Yeah,
All right.
I've been hanging out with these guys for quite some time now.
Right. We've got some extra communal rooms that we could spare for you guys. We have rooms like this for travelers that pass through that doesn't really ever happen. We can get you some food too. Do any of you guys have any special dietary needs or anything? Anything that you can't eat or wouldn't like to eat? Any of you vegetarians or something?
Not
Think
particularly.
we're good with whatever.
Not as far as I'm
Oh.
aware.
Alright then. I'll get word to that. I'll get word to some of the people who can get something whipped up for you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Liz. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Take care. She goes on
Good
off.
night.
Lazarus is going to turn around. Look, you guys. We'll get you some food and somewhere to sleep for the night. Judging by that one's hair standing on end, I think you've been through a bit of a day.
I'm just gonna reach the top of my head because I haven't looked in the mirror at all. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh my goodness, Zep, why didn't you tell me? Ha!
Anyway,
Freaks out.
he's gonna kind of start chuckling to himself, just. Alright. So, anyway, we'll get you set up for the night, and come morning we'll help you out with anything you need helping with, and tomorrow evening, right around after dinner, thinking of holding a special sermon. Normally do around that time of day, around this day of the week anyway, but figure I could kill a few birds with one stone.